Hello, I'm Min Kobayashi. I'm going to be doing my bookish wish list, and it is going to be the top 5 Wednesday for December 5th. I primarily talk about many genres. Today I'm only going to talk about SFF because those are the books that I never own, which is funny because behind me is my SFF books, but these are pretty much just like my childhood books. The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein. I'm going to be talking about this book for a long while because it was incredible and I adored it. I guess it's not like really science fiction, but it is like light science fiction as in the way of Frankenstein, which is a book that I want to start a cult about, so you know that like I'm going to like the adaptation, especially when it's an actual adaptation of the actual story, not of weird monster things and, you know, all of that kind of craziness. And where's Igor from? So this is an incredible book by Kirsten White, and it covers Elizabeth Lavenza, and she has to hold on to Victor Frankenstein with all she can because she was adopted in a family believing that she was of noble birth, but she's not really sure she actually is, and she's worried if she's ever not useful to Victor, the family will cast her out and she will have no one. And this has made her ruthless and willing to compromise everything in order to do this. She is a great protagonist, and the story is twisted and brutal and lovely. I love it so much, and the themes are very clear in it, but not in a pretentious way for those who don't like themes, but why don't you like themes? Scythe or Thunderhead by Neil Shusterman. This is a series I absolutely adored this year. It definitely is 2 of my favorite books of all time now. There are books I feel like I will reread quite often, despite the fact that I'm not a rereader. In a world where people called the Scythes are given the charity of killing people to prevent overpopulation because death has been defeated and an AI has governing over everything named the Thunderhead. It is also very political intrigue as well as heavy on themes which I love. Nevernight by J. Kristoff. This is an adult fantasy which is incredible. It follows the story of Mia, and she is ruthless and she's going to the Red Church to become an assassin, and a lot of it actually follows her journey there. And then Renegades by Marissa Meyer. This is talking about Marissa Meyer. There used to be anarchy, and then 10 years ago the superheroes overthrew it. But a lot of people would say that the superheroes are actually the bad guys, and the main character, Nova Artino, goes undercover into the superhero headquarters and becomes one of them to find out the secrets. Meanwhile, the other main character, Adrian, is the child of actually 3 of the superheroes because his mother was a superhero, was killed, and then he was adopted by 2 male superheroes as well, who are a married couple. It is very interesting to see because he has such a great view of these people because they're the primary leaders of them, and yet she has such hatred for them. And I love the difference between them, and they each have secret identities that are hidden from each other as well. So it's very interesting, and I haven't read Arch Enemies, but I'm very psyched to get to it. And then last but not least is the Thames Files, or the 2 that I read, which are Sleeping Giants and Waking Gods. They are in file format, and the world building is amazing. It follows a woman named Rose Franklin. When she was a child, she dropped into a hole and found herself in the hand of a giant, and then when she was an adult, she became the scientist who worked on this. And it follows an ensemble cast of these characters and this mysterious man who asks them questions, and it just has a lot of deep questions about the universe and discovering it. And I like, as an adult fantasy, that it kind of skips years as well. It makes it a lot more believable. So those are the 5 books that are on my wish list, and tell me what is on your wish list as well. I always love to hear what books people love but have not owned yet. And have a Merry Christmas, or whatever else you celebrate, and feel free to like, subscribe, and comment.